This is Jambonia TV.
Part 3 and the finale to everything we've been looking into with the galaxy and nuclear fusion. Released in 2013, Oblivion is a confusing hodgepodge sci-fi which has ideas from aliens to memory loss, but its clearest one comes in the movie's opening scene. The main character, Jack Harper, which funny because Jack Reacher, but anyways, explains how he is trying to make a post-apocalyptic Earth livable for humans again following a blank with aliens. What do you guys think? Do you think aliens are already here? Some people do. I'm just curious. It says we must go on to protect these fusion energies. Can we really convert seawater into nuclear fusion? Oh, if only Tesla was alive, he would be breaking in the heart, for electricity should be free. Free. In last week's breakthrough, scientists at the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory effectively created a fusion reaction similar to the one found at the center of the sun. Holy crap, so CERN is out here finding the God particle while we're also trying to make the center of the sun. Awesome. Using giant lasers, scientists shot up to 192 beams of energy into a frozen pellet containing hydrogen isotopes, deuterium and tritium, heating them up to more than 3 million degrees Celsius. Listen, the isotope is another form of the same atom with a different number of neutrons. I mean, it may sound boring to some, but this is really going to shape our future. This is going to change everything. I'm about to go into the fourth industrial revolution on my YouTube channel, Damevonbondaisy, so please check it out because I will explain exactly what is happening, why it's happening, and where we're going from here because I freaking told you so. Freaking told you. Here's a big important part of the whole kit and caboodle. What was the most exciting part is that scientists finally got more energy than they ended up putting into it, okay? Listen to this. The exciting about this fusion breakthrough was the end result. For the first time, scientists were able to generate more energy than they put into the fusion reactor. That's a breakthrough. That's decades in the making. They're saying that they're trying to find clean energy, but guess what Tesla already did? So you guys are shady bitches and I hate you. Yeah, I'm such a big fangirl. I'm just so about her. So anyways, let's go on. It explains that Oblivion reimagines the fusion in this futuristic sci-fi setting. Our main character, Jack and Victoria, are responsible for guarding this massive hydrothermal rigs, right? These rigs are suspended in air above the ocean, likely extracting the seawater. Water world. Weird. Follow, please. Bye. Oh boy, my heart is burning with the righteous fury. Respect them, says gene editing criminal. This is the creator of the world's first gene-edited humans. We have been speaking about genes lately. In one of my videos, I even brought him up. Scientists still question the ethics of the experiment that he went to jail for. I did it too quickly, he says. Yeah, because now they're basically gonna allow it. He's basically saying I should have waited a couple years. Oh my gosh. The world's first mutants are living happily with their human hosts, according to Januki, the controversial scientist who created 3 gene-edited babies in 2018 and 2019. He's saying that they have normal, peaceful, undisturbed lives. This is their wish. We should respect them. Respect what? Huh? These poor creatures, through no choice of their own, have been brought into this world, edited to mankind's perfection, to mankind's, oh my God, it really angers me. First of all, I don't think anybody's seeking out these gene-edited baby things, but he's saying, like, don't bother them. How old are they now? Are they 7? Are they, like, 7? How old are they? Are they, like, growing at a faster rate? How fast do they grow? Do they grow normally, or do they grow faster? I'm dead A, because, like, we don't know what's going to happen with these gene-edited babies. We don't. You will have high expectations of them, but you will also have huge unease. Yes, because they are gene-edited babies. Apparently, their names are Lulu, Nana, and the third is Amy. I wonder if their names mean anything. To create said creatures, he used the gene editing tool, the CRISPR, which we also have talked a lot about. The unpublished study by he and other authors on the human experiment they claimed was successful. That's our future. That's our future. Some scientists and experts who read the study said the researchers' own data did not support their main claims, according to the report by MIT. The team didn't actually reproduce the known mutation. Rather, they created new mutations. New ones. As a part of the informed consent for the research, his team is obliged to track the health and status of the children. Hi friends, so we all know that Elon Musk has gone through with this very first Neuralink trial. It has been implanted into a human being. And this is what scientists think about this whole ordeal. You guys know I'm just very, very curious about all of this, so let's take a look together. Neuralink's study brochure says that volunteers will be followed for 5 years. It also indicates that the trial will assess the device's functionality, with volunteers using at least twice weekly to control a computer and feedback on their experience. Vantessa would like to know whether the quality of the detected neuronal signals degrades over time, which is common in existing devices. You're not going to replace electrodes easily after implantation, she says. If in a month from now they demonstrate beautiful decoding results, impressive, but I want to see long-term results. Yes, ma'am, I agree. For those of you who have been following this story, you know that Elon missed FDA approval a few times due to the nature of his animal testing. Let's just put it lightly. What will scientists learn from the Neuralink human trial? Neuralink has released little information about its goals and did not respond to Nature's request for an interview, but experts say they expect safety to be paramount at this stage, which we would hope, because again, what had happened with the animal testing, it was terrible. It says no strokes, no bleeds, no vascular damage, anything like that, as well as for infections and long-term follow-up check that remains safe to have the device implanted. Again, it is important to stress that the device was never safely implanted, pretty much, allegedly, into the animals, and over 1,500 animals had passed and suffered due to these trials. Neuralink's study brochure says that volunteers will be studied for 5 years, as I had stated, and that they will follow on with what comes of it. Okay, this next part is really important, so listen. The Neuralink chip contains 64 flexible polymer threads, providing 1,024 sites for recording brain activity. One of the concerns was that these threads may go to other parts of the brain. That is a concern, and it should be. Neurotech's BCIs is the only single neuron recording system to have been implanted long-term in humans. Again, as we know for sure, the first human trial has been complete, and they're saying very little. All we heard is that they're okay. Basically, welcome to the future. It's here. What do you guys think about all this? Will you get Neuralinked? I'm very curious. In my eyes, this will create the greatest hive mind we have ever seen. If you think social media is bad, good golly, buckle up. It's going to be a fun ride. Elon might be on the front lines of warning about technology, but he sure has a funny way of showing it. Just saying. Okay, bye. I love you. Don't forget to follow, like, sub, and hit that bell, and do all you gotta do. And check out my other social media. Bye, guys!
Here we go again. Believe the Chinese scientist who sparked global outrage in 2018, who revealed the first created gene-edited babies, which he ended up going to jail for. He claims he has a new way that could help the aging population. You guys know I've been keeping on top of the gene editing and what's going on with this because it is significant. It is all over the news lately, and that means something big is coming in this field, regardless whether we like it or not. In 2019, he was sentenced for 3 years in prison in China for illegal medical practices. This is when he gene edited those babies, which was like 3 little girls, which are still alive today out there in the world. And he's like, please don't search them out, let them be. Since that, updates on his Twitter posted focus on new proposed plan to develop gene therapy for rare disease. Oh my god, why don't you just call it what it is? Why don't you call it what it is, my guy? Like, oh, guess what? If this was like the 50s, people would be ticked off about this. They would. But we're just fine. One page of the document, he proposed research that would involve gene editing mouse embryos and then human fertilized egg cells or zygotes in order to test whether a mutation confers protection against Alzheimer's disease. The aging population is of grave importance as both a socio-economical issue and a strain on the medical system. Oh my goodness, this dude. He's saying he doesn't want the elderly to be a demographical burden. Unlike the science that landed him in jail, this will be a bit different because it's an abnormal fertilized egg cell, okay? The whole thing, to put it bluntly, is insane. But they're doing it. They already done it, and it's happening. So, whatever. Insane? Yes. But is it happening? Yes. This could be seen as a step to explore the method of gene editing and could be used in viable embryo in the future. Oh my goodness. Just say it. Ready? I'm gonna put it on the screen right now. Pay attention. That's what it is. That's what that is. But okay, fine. Whatever. We're all just cool with it now. I'm frustrated because a lot of people don't educate themselves on these topics, so they just let these things blow past us, and that's what creates a very crappy future for all of us, okay? Let's not be on board with this. How about that? Like, I'm so tired of people not understanding a lick about it and trying to tell me, oh, it's fine. What he did was fine. This is fine. Don't you want to get rid of these rare diseases? It is literally, oh my god, there's not enough science to show that this is even okay. He wants to attach these mouse. Oh my god, what the, why? From Science Tech Daily, y'all, scientists discover what? The youth gene. Oh my goodness gracious. I wonder if it has anything to do with the CRISPR and the DNA and all the things they've been looking into that I told you guys we should be looking at, that we've been looking at on and off over the last, couple months? Oh snap. So when they say, like, hey, guess what? There's no more Y chromosomes and, like, making men harder, and, like, now we found the fountain of youth, just remember your girl was here with you discussing it, okay? Bringing it to the forefront of your brain.
Okay, this whole thing is like sending me. He basically wants to genetically modify the human species so they don't get Alzheimer's. That's what he said. I'm surprised that he's coming forward with this again. Are you really? Are you really? I'm not. Because this is clearly something that people want out there. It's called the CRISPR, and it's already essentially happening, okay? And do you know how they got to this idea of a mouse embryo, right? Is because one time there was like a sick dying mouse, and so they sewed a younger mouse to it, and the sicker mouse got better, right? So they're like, if we use mouse, like, would it? Okay, and mind you, we went to jail for this, so obviously they don't care about that. They're proposing it's a publicity stunt. Why do you think that is? To get more eyes on this topic? To get more eyes on this idea? Holy crap, and they're acting like it's so crazy, but it's also happening, like, what? However, we do need to take these public claims with vigilance, as it may nevertheless misguide patients and their families. Hello? Yeah, here it is. He claimed the gene editing tool is called the CRISPR to modify embryos of the twin girls in hopes that protecting them from HIV, and the third was genetically edited baby was also born from his experimentation. So this sparked a fierce uproar over the ethics of using the potentially dangerous and new technology that is still very big at risk for unintended mutations and from them being pressed on, or even bigger concerns. But they're doing it. Genetic mutation of human embryos, both viable and non-viable ones, is typically tightly controlled globally, and some countries ban such research. But there's a robust global debate over allowing gene editing of these, scientists say genome editing, including adults, shows promise that one day treating diseases like fibrosis and sickle cell disease, and oh my gosh, dare I even say it, the big cancer. Genuinely, it's already happening. Are you paying attention now? Are you concerned? There's also sharp backlash from who? From who? Because it seems like you're first cool with it. There's literally people online fighting for this dude. Don't even know him. Don't ever vouch for someone that you don't know. It's a terrible thing. It's a bad look.
Get this. The new human pangenome could help unveil the biology of everyone. Everyone. What we see here is more of this talk, and what it says is researchers have compiled genetic profiles of 47 people, and this is with the pangenome works to reveal human genetics never before seen. How curious. Okay, so this article was called "We Can Edit Humans' DNA and Genes, so why aren't we?" And then it goes into this big article about how it essentially could have saved some lives. Some have passed, some have lived, but how this essentially could have changed their lives forever. And again, we get to a very tricky, slippery slope and a very big moral and ethical dilemma.